Hello and welcome, I'm Misstical. This is Misstical Gaming. We're jumping into Watcher of Realms and they've released it, well, I think early, I don't know, but there we go. The Lucky Pick event is here. It's running from Thursday through to next Monday. Now there's a couple of things we need to be aware of, okay, and we'll go over those. I don't know for definite, I'm just going on what happened last time. So last time they had a Lucky Pick event was the Frostfall event and they had one of these then, okay, so this looks very much the same. In addition to the event's fixed feature hero, you can select another legendary hero, excluding lords, so we'll have a look at that, from the Invocation of Spirits pool for a 20 times drop rate. So the hero they've got is Nerissa, old Squidly. She's rocking up next weekend, or Thursday onwards. She's apparently a very good healer, like Pharisee 2.0, so she's coming up to help out with no one having the AoE damage reduction, okay, and surprisingly enough she's got the same range as well, so gone overboard with that and they really thought that through. So that's her. She's not in the gallery yet, so if you come to the gallery and try and find her, she's not, where was she? She's an Exosterant, there you go, she's not here. So if you do want to look her up, go to the events, come and have a look at the Lucky Pick and then just click on her portrait and you'll be able to see her there in game, okay, so that's where she is. Now it says you cannot pick a lord, so who does that leave open for you? So if we come over, we have a look at the Invocation of Spirits. So drop rates here, we cannot pick any of those lords, but that does leave all of these legendaries that you can pick from, so that leaves it very open. So there are a couple of, I would say, more obvious choices. I don't know if I'm going to pull for a Vaughn again. I don't know whether I might pull for him because I don't get him, and that way I'm going to get Nerisa. So that might be an option for me. I don't know. Nerissa, sorry. So, but who else here is probably worth a shot? It sort of depends where you are in the game and what you're missing. There are a number of really good champions. Aileen, she's getting a lot of game time, play time now as well. She's fantastic. If you don't have Pharisee, would you go and pick double Pharisee so you can say, well, actually, I'm going to have some form of AoE damage mitigation. So at least if you don't get one, would you get the other? Aspen, we've got too many of him recently, so we won't be selecting that. There's always the likes of Hex and Silas are probably fairly good bets for people to have in here. Lord Phineas is coming up with a good shout. He's getting a lot of play time again at the moment, so there's a possibility. Let's not forget Sadie as well. She's up there as well, so she could get some. She could be seeing some play time or being selected from out of here. Is in here, isn't she? Where can we see? There she is, yeah. So definite possibility there. Eloin, another good shout. It's mostly healers. Wow, a lot of healers selections seem to be shouting out at the moment. So Eloin, I mean, I want mine to A3, so that's a possibility. Now remember, on here there's no limited heroes, so you can't look for your Dire Changes, some Wukons, Kigaris, that sort of thing. They are not on here at all, so do bear that in mind. You will not be getting any of those. It is literally just these ones here. So the other thing you can do, obviously, is go to the gallery. So if you go to your gallery, you can have a look at all the heroes that you've got grayed out. Who would you select? No. And just make sure that they are in. So Xena's in the Invocation of Spirits summoning pool. Would I select her? No, I wouldn't. No, I like her and I have a lot of playtime with her, and I do use her quite a bit on my other account, but I think she'll turn up anyway. I don't think she's a must-have. Standing next to her, Lord Phineas, now he is getting more and more playtime, and it sort of depends where you want to push on in the game. I am really looking to push on in Abyss. I haven't really hit it properly at all, so I do need to sort my account out and really go for it. Again, someone else I wouldn't select, but you can actually see who you are missing. So if there are heroes you really fancy who you're missing, then maybe you'll want to select them. But the flip side to that is, do you want some more awakenings on heroes that you've got? Do you want them brought up to A3, A5, that sort of thing? So you're going to have to sit down and have a think on that now before the event starts. Don't wait until the event starts and then think I'm going to have a look at it, and then think, well, who do I want? Who do I want to fully awaken? There are heroes that do very well out of some awakenings that you might want. These are options you want to weigh up now. Now, I mention this because now I don't know for definite. My assumption is this will work the same as the Frostfall Jamboree event. Now, in the Frostfall Jamboree event, you had this notice with it, and that said you can only select one hero at a time to increase the drop rate. Okay, before making any summons in the current event pool, you can feel free to change your selection. So what happened was you had it brought up another window. So it had a summoning window like you normally see in game. Next to it, where are we? Can we get to it had like an additional summoning portal here where Hex would be, and then you clicked onto that, and then came up all the heroes from the pool, and you could select them in like a normal way. So you could select either faction or that sort of thing. You could select anyone and put them in there, and then if you wanted to change your mind, you could change your mind. That wasn't an issue, right up to the point where you hit the summon. Once you hit summon, that was it. They were locked in and you couldn't change your mind. So you can't say, well, actually I'm going to put Hex in there, for example, and pull a couple of shards. Oh, I've got a Hex, that's fantastic, I'll take him out, I'm going to put in Silas, for example. You can't do that, or you couldn't do it last time. Once you started summoning, that was it. You and your account were locked at that point. Okay, so do bear that in mind. Right, bear that in mind, that once you go for it, or once you start summoning, that's your selection, or your pool, or your banner. That's the correct phrase I want, isn't it? Your banner is then locked in. So you've got Nerissa, and then once you start summoning, whatever hero you went for, boom, you were locked in for there. I don't know if you could summon without another hero in there. I don't know. Don't know if you'd want to. Trying to think if there'd be an upside to that all, I suppose. So it depends how you want to go with it. I will probably go for Vaughn at the moment. I still want one, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe I don't, but I will put some thought into it, certainly before you lock a champion in and you summon, because that's the point, they're locked in. Just bear that in mind. Don't summon by mistake and think, oh, I can change my mind. You can't, or you couldn't last time once you started summoning. Okay, so go through your account now. You've got a couple of days, chat to your guild mates, have a look at what you're doing in the game, see where you want heroes, put some thought into it now, because you've got until, essentially you've got a week realistically, but most people will probably summon over the weekend, I would imagine, or hit it Thursday as soon as it comes out. But bear that in mind. Okay, so Thursday is when the event starts, but before you summon last time, that was your banner locked in as soon as you hit the summon button. Okay, right, that's me done. Only a quick short one today. Thank you very much for your time. Please give me the old thumbs up, like and subscribe, would help me out massively, and I'll see you all in the video again soon. Cheers, goodbye.